Hello, my dear astronaut, and welcome to the last lesson of the week, right? Um, Watch this guy here. See what he's going to do.
We will now move to the motion before the House this evening. This House believes individual apathy is the greatest threat to our climate. I now look to Robert Paver, St Anne's College, to open the case for the proposition.
Sorry about that. Thank you, Mr. President. Many momentous motions have been debated here, in this very room. From whether to fight for king and country, to whether to have confidence in Her Majesty's government, to whether this country should have membership of the European Union. Yet, while these motions are vastly important, I strongly believe that the significance of these pales in comparison to what we are debating here tonight. The very fact that we are discussing climate change in this very chamber means we are engaging with it in a way many others aren't.
Alright, so this guy, British guy from England, right? He's from Oxford University. He is in a debate, okay? He's debating. He's exposing his argument. Então ele falou uma hora, não sei o que lá, não sei o que lá, I believe, né? Então ele vai mostrar a opinião dele sobre climate change. Aqui nesse caso ele está falando sobre a mudança climática. É um debate, é um debate. Vamos ver como o outro cara começou a fala dele, o que contrariou ele.
I now look to Chris Garner, St Peter's College, to open the case for the opposition.
Thank you very much, Mr. President. I'm afraid this is going to be a rather short debate because I intend to win it with just two words: Donald and Trump. I can understand why you might want to vote with the proposition tonight. It might make you feel better to say that individual apathy is the greatest threat to our climate because you feel like you can do something about it. Or maybe it just appeals to that intuitive sense that with a problem this big, people should care. But unfortunately, I'm not here to make you feel better this evening. The proposition's argument is grounded on the very same logic that says that the addict is more responsible than the dealer. And we, ladies and gentlemen, are a world addicted to fossil fuels. The reality.
Okay, so this guy here is debating too. He doesn't agree with the first one, ok? Então, gente, o primeiro cara aqui, ó. Cadê? Opa. Esse aqui tinha uma posição, certo? Falando a favor do climate change, explicando, sei lá, o papel do homem e como a gente deve falar mais de climate change, da mudança climática. Esse aqui ele vai contrapor, ele vai falar, olha, na verdade o climate change não é uma questão do homem, na verdade é uma coisa que acontece com a Terra. Enfim, eles vão argumentar, eles vão debate, e é isso que você precisa saber para a história de hoje, por isso pegue. Entra no modo aula, entra e pega a sua water bottle, glass of water. Cheers. Cheers tem que fazer assim. Pega o seu notebook, eu penso que é isso que a gente vai usar no final da aula, deixa ele aí do lado. E let's go to the story. So our friends, Moana, Will, Scooby, Demo, and Patrick Star were all together And Moana was saying, "Wow, guys, after all this mess and confusion and happy things involving space, aliens, one thing that I really liked was to talk to Mrs. Beauchamp and to debate with her. Like we talked about the utility, about going to space, about looking, about searching for life on other planets. I love that." And the other friend said, "Yeah, I agree. You're right. That was amazing." "What do you think, Demo?" Or "What do you think, Gorg?" said Moana. And he said, "What do I think about what?" And she said, "Well, what do you think about the search for aliens, the search for extraterrestrials? Do you think we should search for extraterrestrials or we should not? What's your opinion?" So, like about the universe, should we go? Should we search for life? Um, Gorg, what's your opinion? Should we really search for life on other planets or not? Then Demogorgon thought, and he said, "Well, according to what I know, according to what I've seen, and according to what I've heard, I believe that we should not continue this search for extraterrestrials because, I mean, there are other problems on Earth. We should focus on other problems, like what you said when you went to the SETI Institute, what you exposed to Ursula, right?" And she said, "Well, yeah, I kind of agree with what you said. What about you, Will? What's your opinion?" Will was like, "Guys, I totally disagree. I don't agree with you guys. Guys, it's search for life on other planets. It's very important. It's important so we can know what we are. There are other important stuff. There is other important stuff. Yes, there are other problems. We know that. But come on. It's important to know about who we are. Are we alone? And oh my goodness, it's so funny because we are friends and we totally disagree. The facts show that we should not uh, let it go, let go this search for the extraterrestrial beings, right? Research shows that it kind of helped our medicine. Our medicine was improved because we were looking for extraterrestrials, because it involves search and research, right? All this kind of stuff. Well, that's so funny. "Do you agree with me, Scooby?" And Scooby said, "Yes, I agree. What about you, Patrick?" And Patrick said, "Well, I'm on the fence. I'm on the fence. I don't know which side I should choose." So they had an idea. "Guys, let's debate. Let's do a debate and let's separate the sides the and this the teams, the groups will defend their opinion." "Okay, let's go." And they started the debate. Will and Scooby thought that we should continue searching for extraterrestrials. But Moana and Demogorgon thought that we should not continue searching for extraterrestrials. And Patrick Star would be in between to decide who won. So the first two candidates who are going to debate are Will and Demogorgon. Okay? So the first one to say will be, let me see here on the papers. That was what Patrick was saying. He was looking at the papers to see who would be the first. The first one will be Demogorgon and you talk about money. Okay? Demogorgon, you start talking about money. Demogorgon said, well, it's very easy to start. It's obvious that it's useless to search for real life, no, for extraterrestrial life. Outside Earth, of course, it's extraterrestrial, right? It's useless because we spend money on looking for something that we don't even know that exists, right? So according to what I've seen, it's not worth it. It's not worth it. And I strongly believe that this is not something that we should do. We should focus on other problems. And he said, okay, Demogorgon, now, Will, you can answer what he said. And Will said, well, my friend Demogorgon, who attacked me on that night. Then Demogorgon said, hey, come on. We're not talking about personal things here. Then Patrick said, hey guys, silence. Go on, Will, please. Don't attack him personally. Go. Then Will said, you were right. There's a lot of money involved in the search for extraterrestrial beings, but what you didn't mention, and we need to mention to our audience here today, is that a lot of money involved in the search for extraterrestrial life is private money. This means that this money is from normal people like me, like you, like everybody here watching. People who like this subject and they want to put money on that. So talking about money is not very efficient when defending that we should stop searching for extraterrestrial life. We should actually continue doing that because this doesn't involve a lot of money from the government, and this is very important. Okay, very good, Will. You're doing a great job. You did a great job. Very good, Demogorgon. You did a great job. Now Demogorgon will finish his arguments. Demogorgon, you can answer what he said. Okay, I will answer. Okay, Will, you are right. There's a lot of money involved, and a part of it is private, but there is the part of the government, right? And plus, people should not put money on that if they don't even know what we might find. So they are wasting money, right? Then Patrick said, okay, Demogorgon to finish. Will. Okay, said Will. You cannot say that people are wasting money. You know what? Because the facts show that the search for life on other planets is helping us to improve life here. And according to the French scientist Joan Lafayette, this search will help us to develop more and more our medicine. Okay, so that's what I had to say. Then Patrick said, okay, very good, guys. Now let's go to the next candidates, Scooby-Doo and Moana. Moana, you're not going to start. Who is going to start is Scooby-Doo. Scooby-Doo, you're going to talk about whether if it's useful or not to search for life on other planets. Go, Scooby. Okay, I'm going to start, said Scooby. I think that it's crystal clear that it's very useful to search for life on other planets because it can help our medicine, and plus it talks about questions that come with us throughout our lives, right? Very important questions. And searching for life on other planets will help us to understand ourselves better. That's my opinion. And Patrick said, okay, very good, Scooby. Now, Moana, go. Moana said, it's very easy for me to say what I'm going to say because I live on the beach, I live in nature, and I know that the nature is suffering. I know that there's poverty, there's hunger in the world, there's violence, and there's there are lots of other problems that are way more important than simply searching for life on other planets. I mean, okay, I know it's kind of important, but according to what I've seen, there are other problems, and these problems are way more important than searching for life, searching for something we don't even know that exists. Okay? And he said, okay, Moana, very good. Scooby, you can answer what you said. I'll try. I'm just a dog, but I'll try. Moana, come on, my darling. There are questions that are beyond the usefulness or uselessness. Like, are we alone? Where did we come from? What are the origins of life? Moana, you cannot say that these questions are not important. We know that there is world hunger. We know that there is violence. We know that there are all the other problems, but the other problems existing. This doesn't make the search for other lives in the universe less important, right? Let me look at my papers here. Oops. Moana, research shows that we should continue looking for life on other planets because this will help us to answer one of the most important questions in our life: who we are, right? Who are we? Where are we? Like, is there life on other planets? These are important questions. I can understand when you say, oh, they're not very useful, but not everything in life has to be useful. And I said, oh, okay, very good, Scooby. Now, Moana, your final words. And Moana said, well, Scooby, it was a pleasure to debate with you here today, but I still believe that according to the research researches I've seen, the other problems have to be our priority, okay? And we should focus on them. Very good, guys. Thank you. And it was on Patrick's shoulders to decide, on Patrick's hand to decide who won. Who won this debate, in your opinion? Then Patrick said, everyone won. Everyone won. And he explained, when we debate, we can see how other people think, right? And this is very important because we only know what we know if we know what the other people know. What? We only know what we know if we know what other people know. If you don't know what your friend thinks, you don't know exactly what you think. The identity appears when there's difference. I know what is a phone and what is a charger because I know that a phone, you can use it to call, you can use it to play games, and a charger you use to charge the phone. So we only know the identity of something if we can spot the differences. And knowing both sides is very important. And this is the end of our story. Gente, vai ser o seguinte. Debater é a coisa mais legal do mundo, velho. É muito bom. Você expõe seu argumento, o outro vai lá e pá. E não quer dizer que você é inimigo. Muitos amigos podem discutir. Discutir no sentido de trocar as ideias, tá? Então, por isso a sua homework vai ser 3 coisas. Primeiro, você vai fazer o writing da página 68. Depois você vai fazer o vídeo da página 68. Você vai fazer, eu vou cobrar. O vídeo passado eu não cobrei, mas esse aqui eu vou cobrar. E os 15 minutos de inglês, tá? Como que vai funcionar o writing da página 68? Paragraphs or persuasion. É isso que a gente aprendeu até agora. In persuasive paragraphs, you write to convince the reader of your opinion. Nesses parágrafos você usa para convencer o reader, o leitor da sua opinião. To persuade the reader, you use facts to support your opinion. Então, para persuadir, para convencer alguém, o leitor, você tem que usar fatos, coisas reais, usar algumas pesquisas, certo? Usar algumas coisas, alguns números, para mostrar que o que você está falando não é só você tirou da sua cabeça. Write strong sentences that show you believe in what you're saying. Escreva frases fortes que mostrem que você acredita no que você está dizendo. Introduce your facts with expressions such as research shows, according to, the facts show that. Então você vai introduzir os seus fatos com pesquisas mostram, de acordo com, fatos mostram que. Então, para você argumentar, não basta você falar assim, na United é melhor do que K-pop porque é mais legal. Não, velho. Você tem que expor, você tem que dar um argumento, você tem que mostrar que você acredita. Você tem que falar, olha, fizeram uma pesquisa e o Now United foi o grupo que não sei o que, que não sei o que, que não sei o que. E, de acordo com o jornal tal, tal. Então você, pá, pá, pá. According to research shows, você começa a dar força pro seu argumento. Até que você tem tanto argumento que o cara fala, talvez eu esteja errado. Mas pode ser que o cara não fale isso. Pode ser que o cara fale, tá, você tem a sua opinião, eu tenho a minha. Mas, de qualquer forma, a opinião dele vai ser... ele vai refletir sobre o que você falou, certo? Então, how does the writer persuade? Underline the words. O que você vai ver? A gente vai ler isso aqui. Você vai ver como que o escritor usa persuasão aqui. Você vai sublinhar essas palavras que ele usou para meio que, tipo, colocar a opinião dele. Forever searching, long ago people thought that the sun and planets orbit Earth. We like to think that we are the center of the things, but scientists study the stars carefully. Their research shows that we are not at the center. Copernicus was the first to say that Earth orbits the sun. He was right, and the sun orbits the center of the galaxy. The universe has many stars that we can see. And according to some NASA scientists, somewhere there may be life. Então, esse foi o primeiro parágrafo, já usou algumas coisas, já falou, de acordo com, segundo, não sei o que, dá uma olhada. Why do we search? Why do we search? The facts show that we have always been people who search. For example, Zhang was an explorer from China who traveled as far as Arabia and the Horn of Africa in the 1400s. Frederick Cook went to North Pole in 1908 and wrote, Amundsen, I think that's what's his name, traveled to the South Pole in 1911. We search both on Earth and in space because we like to find answers. And a big question is, are we alone? We'll search until we know. Então, irmãozinho, minha irmãzinha, só tirar o Wi-Fi aqui do celular porque senão eu me desconcentro, começa a ver mensagem. Vamos ver se tá gravando, tá gravando. Aqui tem vários jeitos que ele usa para persuadir. Their research shows. Falou assim: Scientists study the stars. Their research. Olha que esperto. Ele tira a voz do texto estava no autor. Vamos chamar ele de Joãozinho. Joãozinho que estava escrevendo esse texto. Quando ele escreve Scientists studied their research, ele tira a voz do texto para ele e ele põe os cientistas. Ele fala, não sou eu que estou dizendo, os cientistas que pesquisaram. Você pode até não confiar em mim, porque eu sou um mero professor de idiomas. Você pode até não confiar em mim se você estiver falando, porque eu sou uma criança. Mas o cientista que estuda lá, ele falou isso. Ele estudou para falar aquilo. Então você tem que pegar suas fontes fiáveis. O que é uma fonte fiável? Uma fonte confiável. Uma fonte que tenha valor. Não uma fonte qualquer. Certo? E Tem mais, ó. The facts show. Os fatos mostram que, né, as evidências. Se você fala que os fatos mostram alguma coisa, quer dizer que quase que não dá para você contrariar, porque fato é uma coisa que não dá para você refutar. Fato, a Terra gira, sabe? Não tem como você falar, ah, então, o que você vai ter que fazer? Duas coisas, vamos voltar lá. Writing e vídeo. Primeiro você vai fazer writing. Do you think we should search for life in space? Você acha que a gente deveria procurar por vida no espaço? Você vai se posicionar. Take a position, think about cost, usefulness, urgent problems on Earth, and so on. Use facts to persuade. Take a position significa se posicione. Se você ficar em cima de um muro, você errou a atividade. Você tem que mostrar os dois lados? Um pouco, mas você tem que se posicionar e falar que um lado tem mais a ver. Pense sobre cost, o custo disso, usefulness, a utilidade de procurar por vida no espaço e os problemas urgentes que existem na Terra, certo? Use facts to persuade. Use fatos para convencer as pessoas. Teacher, e o vídeo? É a mesma coisa. Você vai fazer um vídeo falando sobre se você acha que tem que procurar a vida no espaço ou não. É a mesma coisa, eu não vou mostrar para ninguém. Não vou colocar no YouTube. Você vai gravar esse vídeo e você vai me mandar. E eu vou analisar e falar, ó, você pode melhorar isso, você pode, não sei o que lá, esse aqui tá ótimo. Certo? Tem mais alguma coisa? Não? Faça os 15 minutos de inglês, porque eles são muito importantes. See you soon. Te vejo na live, ok? Faça o writing, faça o vídeo. Ah, não. Cancela, 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 cancela. Eu preparei um mega PDF para você. Olha aqui. Não vai embora, não vai embora, não vai embora. Cadê? Tá aqui, ó. Não, daqui não. Aqui, ó. Eu preparei um mega PDF, um resumão, famoso resumão, né? Como a Nath disse, que eu tinha falado mesmo. E aqui eu vou deixar aqui na descrição. Ó. Cadê as imagens bonitonas? Ah, tá aqui. Que não carregou ainda. Aqui, ó. O resumão vai estar aqui embaixo. Aí você dá uma olhada, tá bom? Faz seu textão bonitão e eu te vejo logo.